Story 1. Step-MIL called and attacked me for not attending wedding. I've always had a great relationship with my father-in-law and his wife, my stepmother-in-law. Usually, any issues in the family come from my husband's mom and her husband, but today that all changed. I got a text from my step-MIL asking me and my husband to call her and put the phone on speaker. I was excited, thinking there was some good news coming our way. We called her, and she immediately asked if it was true that I wasn't going to her son's wedding, my husband's stepbrother. Now, here's some background that's key to this. I have ulcerative colitis, and I've been flaring since August. In December, I had to be hospitalized for a week because of it. Things have improved a bit, but I'm still not feeling great. I go to the bathroom several times a day, deal with painful stomach cramps, and just generally feel sick a lot of the time. On top of that, my husband's family lives about 6 hours away. Traveling is already tough with our 2-year-old daughter, but considering my condition, it's a nightmare. The car ride is uncomfortable, and I need frequent bathroom stops. It's just not something I'm up for right now. So, my husband's stepbrother is getting married in their hometown in 3 weeks, and we originally planned to go. Our plan was for my husband and I to travel while leaving our daughter with my mom, who lives nearby, so that I wouldn't have to look after her on my own, especially since my husband and his family would all be at the wedding. But then we found out my mom would be out of town that weekend, so I decided to stay home with my daughter, knowing I wouldn't be able to take care of her all day while feeling sick. That's when the phone call happened. My step-MIL basically started attacking me when I told her I wasn't going. She said that I always put my family first, that I don't make an effort to see them, and that they were really hurt by my decision not to attend. She even asked if she and my father-in-law had done something to upset me or if I didn't like them anymore. I've always loved them, so I was shocked. They know I've been sick, and I've explained my condition before. But when I told her again, she basically said that it was up to me to decide if I wanted to go and that I needed to make the effort. I reminded her that I've barely traveled anywhere since August because of the flare, but she and FIL haven't visited us since October. It feels like they don't believe I'm genuinely sick and think I'm just making excuses to avoid going. I'm so upset by the conversation. I feel like I've had to defend myself and my health when I'm dealing with a real illness. I truly love them, but this phone call has really thrown me off. So now, I'm left wondering if I'm in the wrong here. Should I just suck it up and try to go, despite how hard it would be? I genuinely don't know what to do. Am I overreacting? Am I the problem here? Comment 1. That's how to handle suicidal ideation talk. Call 911. They either get the help they need or learn that bluffing has consequences. Causing fake drama of such a dire nature is a great reason to take a break on being in contact. To her, to others, and to yourselves. Comment 2. My ex used to threaten to off himself quite often, especially when things weren't going well for him. This was years ago. He has since passed away through natural causes. We used to call for an ambulance to visit him, but where I live they also send the police to these kinds of calls. After the 3rd time this happened, with him ending up on the psych ward, his brother said he would deal with it in future. He never did it again though. Comment 3. Wow. I would completely drop the rope with her. First, I'd tell her the guilt trips weren't welcome, though. Comment 4. My husband also has UC. When his mom tried playing this game, he just told her that he's dealing with projectile diarrhea and is happy to come if she holds the bucket he needs to shit in. We haven't had any issues since LOL. Comment 5. I would have your husband send a message that sounds like this. We have always had a wonderful relationship, and it's disappointing that you are attacking my wife while she is dealing with health issues. The decision for her and our daughter to stay home was a family decision we made for her health and logistics and needs no more explanation than that. No one is more disappointed to miss the wedding than my wife, but it cannot be helped. That's sacrifice she's making while she works to get better. And it's disappointing that you would add more stress to her while she's dealing with so much instead of being supportive of her recovery. Moving forward, I'm looking forward to supporting my brother at his wedding, but you owe my wife an apology. Comment 6. This is a situation where your husband should have ripped her a new one. Comment 7. I'd ask her if there's something you've done to make her so mad at you that she doesn't believe that you are sick. Story 2. Dr. Ellen, the estrangement, and the new baby she doesn't know. It's been a year since my husband, DH, decided to go no contact with his family, and things haven't changed with them. Dr. Ellen, his mother, and FIL have largely ignored his request. In the beginning, Dr. Ellen tried sending gifts, which we immediately returned without even opening. They attempted to contact him a few times to see if he was ready to re-engage, but he said no. Then, in December, they pulled a real manipulation stunt involving his inheritance that really rubbed us the wrong way. They had already lied about needing our kids' social security numbers to set up a trust, which we knew wasn't true. Turns out, they wanted to open bank accounts for them. Absolutely not. Their latest move? They reached out via group text about settling their estate and needing DH's signature. DH said he'd be willing to speak with their financial advisors and take care of it that way. But no, they insisted they had to meet in person to go over the will. It wasn't about the estate at all. It was just a thinly veiled excuse to see him in person. If the will and lawyer didn't explain things clearly, then that's a problem with their documents, not us. They also asked to send presents for our kids, to which we said no. Dr. Ellen suggested we tell our kids they love them, but that we won't allow presents. DH didn't respond, and I almost sent a fiery message back, but DH asked me not to. So, we ignored her request and didn't pass it along to the kids, who mostly have no idea who Dr. Ellen and FIL are at this point. What they don't know: a few days before they reached out, DH had spinal surgery. He thought about telling them, but ultimately, what was the point? They weren't going to help or show concern, so he kept it to himself to avoid contact. The biggest news? We have a new baby, and they don't know about it. This is our 5th and final baby, and DH wasn't going to let them ruin this experience like they've done with past pregnancies. I've posted here for years about the drama involving my kids, so I'll skip retelling most of it. But, last time, DH's efforts to fix things with his family overshadowed the pregnancy. Dr. Ellen twisted everything, making him feel guilty and blaming him for the rift. The stress made my blood pressure skyrocket, and I had to be monitored closely by maternal fetal medicine. Thankfully, baby number 4 was born full-term and healthy. With this pregnancy, we decided they wouldn't make it about them, so we kept it completely private. After their inheritance manipulation attempt, I was in a car accident at 34 weeks. I was in the hospital for 2 days and then sent home on bed rest for the rest of the pregnancy. So, DH was recovering from surgery, and I was on bed rest, not the time to deal with Dr. Ellen's nonsense. Baby number 5 was born healthy and full-term at the end of December. DH has considered telling them about the baby, but every time he thinks about it, he feels disgusted. He's adamant that they won't be involved in this chapter of our lives. At this point, I wish I could say Dr. Ellen is learning from her behavior, but I don't believe it for a second. I have no interest in having a relationship with her, and I don't want her to have a relationship with my children. DH sees no way forward with his family after all her responses to his attempts at reconciliation over the last 2.5 years. I guess we're officially estranged now. There's some sadness, but overall, there's peace. Comment 1. I hate the awful, what's yours is mine mentality. I deal with it all too much at my job. Rachel worked her ass off for this trip. She deserves this trip. Lisa can kick rocks and sit on a pine cone. Comment 2. LOL, I bet Lisa didn't even have a passport and thought she could use Rachel's. That's even if she realized she needed a passport. Comment 3. Too bad you all didn't take pictures and post on Instagram just to dig at your friend's sister. Comment 4. You can't just give a ticket to someone since it's not 1975 anymore. Name has to match exactly. Comment 5. You just have to compare this pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum time to the others and remember how bad it was before. Enjoy your healthy baby and the happy peace your family has. Don't change a thing, stay and see. Comment 6. Congratulations on your new little darling. Hope everyone is healing and healthy. Enjoy your peace. Comment 7. Congratulations on your new baby and all of your babies living without stress-generating relatives. Comment 8. Congrats on number 5. Hope you and DH have been able to rest and heal up. What a chaotic end of the year. This period of peace has been a long time coming, and you've both invested so much to get here. You deserve a long reprieve. You've given so many unearned chances and gave otherworldly amounts of grace to two people that have never recognized a shred of it. Literally, the only thing they've been consistent on is letting you down. You gave them 10 plus years of second chances. You've earned 10 plus years of peace. Enjoy every second of it. Story 3. Ex-mother-in-law cut my daughter's hair without letting me or ex-husband know. My ex-mother-in-law took it upon herself to give my daughter her first haircut without even telling me or her father. She claimed she thought my daughter had already had a haircut, so she figured it was fine to cut it. I am beyond upset because how could anyone make that decision without consulting the parents first? My ex-husband thinks I'm overreacting and that it was just a mistake, but I can't shake the feeling that this is a serious breach of trust. This isn't the first time she's crossed boundaries. She's also taken my son without telling anyone and disappeared for hours, only to later mention that she stopped at a lake. If I'm truly overreacting, I'm willing to admit it, but I'm sending him this link because we clearly don't see eye to eye on the matter. Comment 1. Say you'll go but leave a letter addressed to them. With whatever you want to say. Go no contact. Quit answering them. They're probably trying to get you to come back and play maid/nurse now. Comment 2. What I hear, grandparents and your dad don't want to take care of your mom and want you to do it. Also, maybe you need to live on your own at college. You need to learn some independence and who you are. Comment 3. Block them and stay away. They will do nothing but repeat this cycle until you finally stop taking it. Comment 4. Your parents, especially your dad, keep manipulating you time and time again. Just go no contact with them already. You need to move on with your life and not care what they think. Comment 5. My mom did this with my number 2. I was livid, told her so, told her to never do that again. Then 3 months later, she cut both of my boys' hair, at home, badly. I asked her why she would do this again. Her answer, I don't like how they have messy hair when they are with me. It makes me look bad, but a shitty jagged cut is just fine as long as boys don't have hair in their eyes because it's trashy. She got her first time out for that one. Not her kid, not her place. You were completely right that she crossed a line. Comment 6. I don't care if she's had 800 haircuts. That woman is not the child's parent and has no business making these decisions. I can see why he's your ex. I'd go back to court/mediation over this to ensure supervised/no visits with her. Comment 7. I had to threaten my ML in front of my kid. I know, but it got the kid in my side, that if she ever attempts to fix a haircut, she would cut his bangs and stuff shorter after he got home immediately from a fresh cut. I will buzz my kid's hair myself. She hasn't touched it since. My kid runs from her when she gets the scissors out now. If it works, it works. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.